So I've been experimenting lately with the ad thingamabob because Twitch has basically been spent the past 6 months twisting partners' arms into turning them on. And I finally caved, and I regret to inform the chat, as I've been saying, that actually it makes pretty okay money. Like right now, an average streaming day, I actually probably make more off ads than I do off the fucking subscriptions, which is kind of depressing. But I don't know how permanent that is the thing. The split is better right now because Twitch is kind of trying to coerce everyone into doing it. I don't know, like, I don't think that'll last long term. So I must adjust the projections accordingly when I do the math on this fucking shit. Because I think the standard split is 30%. Subscriptions are monthly, ads are daily, multiple times a day. True, but still overall. The point is that it's making a non-trivial difference. And it could very well be the push I need, because the stream has long existed in this kind of weird state for me, where it has made pretty good, like, decent part-time job money, but never quite enough, so, like, it's always been a bit hard to encourage people, like, hey, subscribe more to the channel. It's like, but I'm doing, like, I've been doing fine otherwise, you know? The uncomfortable position where this whole thing makes, like, just a, like, pretty okay coin, but just about not enough. Epic, instant hit. No damage bonus for me. As during active gameplay, whoever can eat shit. Unfortunately, that will just happen sometimes, because it goes off on a timer. Uh-oh, I fucked up. Ah! Ooh, 6 combo. I made an error in judgment there. Yeah, long existed in the slightly weird position of, like, almost but not quite. And finally caving and turning on the fucking ad manager might actually be the thing that kind of pushes it over into, like, okay, this can actually work now. Which kind of sucks, I know, because they're annoying and unfortunate. You know what's fucked up as well is that when I use Twitch, I don't get ads because I use alternate Twitch player. I use a fucking add-on and it, like, by and large stops the ads. Kind of. It's not like perfect. It's more that it just pauses the stream while they're playing, so I don't see them. So it's still inconvenient, but at least I don't actually see the ads. I think the creator still gets paid if they're using this. I don't know. I'm not totally confident about that. But regardless, I am not in a... Turn off your ad blocker immediately. You're basically stealing money out of my tiny mouth. I put the money in my mouth. I meant to say food, but... Yo, -3. Gamer. But no, I'm perfectly understanding of, I perfectly get using the ad block. In fact, I would even advocate for it, frankly. If you find them obnoxious, just fucking... stick an ad block on. Can't take a sip during that loading screen, bro. It's not enough time. I eat my... Talking about money so candidly always feels a bit gauche. Feels a bit gauche, you know? I didn't kill anything. Five combo. Do I need points for anything in the run? Yes. I need to purchase the firewall weapon with Regina, like, right now. Hence, aiming for the no damage bonus on 2 different rooms. Use any airblock and you barely get ads on Twitch? Well, that's a regional thing. It'll depend on where you're from. Anyone said if you don't watch the commercials, it's like you're stealing television. That's right. If you watch without ads, you are stealing the Twitch stream from me, the streamer. An unforgivable crime. Ow. Here's the thing. Many people are tech savvy enough to use the ad block, but ultimately it doesn't really make a large difference. Because lots of people just can't be bothered, as it turns out. Like, the overwhelming majority of people just kind of can't be bothered or cannot figure out, like, ad blocking because they either watch on a device where it isn't possible, or they just don't care. It's kind of like game piracy in that way. The number of people who actually, like, do it is negligible, ultimately. Most people will just buy the game or pay for a Twitch sub or just watch the ads, because by and large the people who enjoy this sort of thing are pretty honest. Like, yeah, there is some proportion of people who just will not pay for anything if they can just not pay for it, regardless of whether or not they could. But there's not really any sense in worrying about that kind of person. Like, they're going to do their thing regardless, so that sucks. So there's no need to pay it much mind. It's region dependent. That's also true, yes. Like, I know game piracy is bigger in... I knew that was too far forward. Or not far forward enough, rather. Game piracy is a bigger thing in certain places for various reasons. Which, yeah, makes sense. That sucks. But again, you don't really need to worry about it. Even as a game maker. Way too far back. Nice, the triple. Yeah, piracy is huge in Brazil, and I think also Russia, due to just the price of games being bonkers in those regions. But also Argentina. I'm pretty sure Argentina, like, regional pricing is completely fucked around there right now. And, like, that's a service problem more than it is, you know, like, a regional problem. Whereas in my experience, my Twitch analytics tell me that quite a lot of viewers are from Brazil. And I can't imagine statistically a higher proportion of them have adblock on, so, like, you know, skill issue, basically. Works fine for me. Don't know what EA's doing wrong. Actually, prices on Steam are stupidly insane. Yeah, I've noticed things like that. I've kept abreast of the situation. I don't know what it like. There was a brief moment on Steam where regional pricing for games in like Argentina and Turkey and Brazil and Russia was pretty okay. You could move a lot of units, but then there was like sort of the key reselling issue that became something of a problem, but it wasn't. It was like it wasn't not a problem is the thing, but it's kind of like game piracy in that the overall proportion of people doing it was not that large. But it was non-zero. But I don't know, instead of just kind of being willing to hold that particular L, a lot of publishers just jacked their fucking prices in the region and basically priced the entire country out of video games in general, which is kind of ass, you know? Like, that's not good. Movement hard. Overall, the situation seems messy. But it seems a massive shame the way that, like, the direction all of that has taken. Like, does it not strike anyone else as kind of fucking weird that, like, massive chunks of the world are basically priced out of the current generation of gaming? Like, huh? I don't know, that feels like a step back. Fair, they're trying to price us all out of living now. Yeah. Very pointed. Very depressing. I guess that kind of makes me feel bad now for talking so much about how, like, I might be able to make a go of doing full-time professional fucking video game talker over. What a job. Then again, it's probably less fake than my actual job, God. Later, little Peter. Thanks for dropping in. Pick a good game to play. Pick a top 10. If they remade Dino Crisis 2, would I like a buddy system like Resident Evil 0? Well, the devil's in the detail, obviously. Resident Evil 0's buddy system is kind of a pain in the ass in its implemented form, but if it was something more like Resident Evil 5, then sure, maybe. Do I get... Oh, they're doing... The Okazumi! The Okazumi! Fucking frame 1. Perfect gameplay. God damn it. They're in the way of the fucking thing! The dinosaurs that got in the way of the keycard reader. People asking about kettle plugs in chat. Perfect. It is true. People in my chat do have excellent Google food for some reason. Like, every time I ask Zoku something and I feel like it's a really esoteric and dumb question, she somehow, like, wrangled an answer inside of, like, 2 seconds. And I'm always like, how the fuck do you do that? It's like, how, what is this ability to just, like, know what to search? Come out from desk! Stupid! Stupid compy! You make me look bad! It's all about knowing keywords. I don't know keywords! A Google genius. A Yahoo yokel. Also, like, ignoring the first 5 or so results because they're usually sponsored. I think Adblock can deal with that. Adblock is good for all kinds of things. I have an Adblock script bolted on to my Adblock that isn't really for blocking ads. It just hides every single blue check on Twitter. That's not gonna hit, because I'm nowhere fucking near it. Bitch, get off! I've never seen this attack animation before, and I wish I hadn't. Because every single time you click on a big tweet now from, like, a large account on Twitter, it's full of just the dumbest people on the internet now. It is remarkable how bad the replies got on Twitter that fast. So if you want to look at the replies on any given large tweet, you basically have to, like, block everyone using Twitter Blue, because it, like, bubbles the worst replies to the surface. It's fascinating that, like that's how it shakes out. Like, it really did make the site worse. I thought, okay, they're gonna prioritize Twitter Blue posters and the top replies, sure. That's, like, kinda lame, but surely if there's an even spread of users, the replies will remain, you know, it'd be pretty much the same. It's not, though. It's so much worse. Because only the worst people buy Twitter Blue. Somehow it's perfectly consistent that only dumbasses buy that shit. So you see these people replying and it becomes very apparent why they feel the need to pay to have their posts boosted. Because Because nobody wants to read the shit they're writing. Yeah, it really was a new kind of... Well, it's not really a new kind of guy. It's merely the old kind of guy. With a new skin. It's the reply guy. They're back in full form. It's like, they want to be posters, but they ain't posters. They just reply guys. The reply guy is back in blue form. No, the lag! My lag! In the same voice as, like, SpongeBob My Leg guy. My leg! I can't do it. I can't really do the voice. Epic. Great spawn. Thank you for that. Counter. That guy landed after that. Reply guy, now with new hat. EO. Hello, ledge end. End of ledge. Oh shit, jump down, jump down. Find the end of the ledge! You got there, there we go. Got there in the end. So I remember when you could do video replies to shit on YouTube, and therefore every popular video just had like a bunch of inane shit underneath it because people just did that? Just like anything to be noticed. You remember that? That's like might be like a very deep cut. That was like the old days of YouTube, you know? That was like what, 2010? Fuck me, that was a long time ago actually. It's like, thinking about it, I was like, that was not yesterday. Not at all. That was actually quite a while ago. Oh, I've been here too long. Kids these days don't remember the tricks people have been using since time immemorial to try and boost their presence on the line. You ever seen one of those videos where the description is just full of random words? That's tag stuffing. That was what people did. You can still find relics of those, but it doesn't really work anymore, because the tag system is, like, seemingly kind of dead for the most part. I think it just, like, it looks at description, but, like, stuffing it full of random words doesn't really accomplish a lot anymore. Bro, nothing I shoot is dying. Having one of those days. Yeah, now we have creepy AI-generated videos for children instead, which is much cooler. I don't know about you, but I think that's much cooler than reply guys. It's more evil and more sinister and is very questionably ethical, but it is definitely cooler.
there. Keep it up.
more unhinged, you know? It's a bold frontier of internet batshitness. Die! Don't you fucking dare. Die! Die, die, die!
Good job.
Perfect score!
Direction. Hang around the arcades much?
How many points do I get? 67,000 points! Oh my god! I'm rich! I'm point rich. But cash poor. Hey newbie, are the dinosaurs behaving? Not really, no. But we're doing our best. It's fine, you can take a breather there for all I give a shit. Nice! No, fuck. Well, the first parry worked. I don't know if I even had time to try and do a second. No, that's obnoxious. Nothing I can do about that. That's just random for what it's worth, by the way. I can't do anything about pterodactyls, really. I can't do anything about... Do you think you can tell pterodactyls what to do? You can't control pterodactyls. I don't know why, but just saying I can't control what pterodactyls do out loud made me giggle. Nice. Early. That's gonna whiff if he does it. Well, no hit. He didn't actually go for it. Who said 50% accuracy on parries? Make it... What's 2 out of 3? 66% accuracy on parries. Meth! I do not control the speed at which pterodactyls... Oh my fucking god, go away. The combo. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, third try. Stop that. Regina, how? Regina, how? Regina. How did he whiff? Come on. Didn't know working at a power plant involves so much swordplay. That's why it's a well-paying job. You gotta be handy with a sword. It's not a skill you find anywhere these days, you know? Oh, the platforming. I know, right? Like, who the fuck? Oh, you know what Dino Crisis needs? An underwater platforming section. That's what this game needed. That's what Dino Crisis 2 needed. That's what the tank control genre in general needed. Underwater platforming. That's gonna hit me. What got me into running this game? I like Dino Crisis 2. I know I just made fun of it having an entire section that I think is kind of shan, but I like this game. That's it. It's that simple. What specifically got me to run it recently was actually playing through Parasite Eve 2. And I was like, this game reminds me of Dino Crisis 2. I like Dino Crisis 2 better, so I started running Dino Crisis 2. I ain't saying I'll never learn Parasite Eve 2 as a run, mind you, but I just felt like doing Dino Crisis 2 first for whatever reason. It spoke to me, you know? And generally, when the voices speak to me, I usually listen to it. Only seems like it would make for a terrible run. Well, I actually looked up a speedrun of Parasite Eve 2. You actually mostly stunlock the final bosses to death. It actually looks really easy. Like, the final boss actually doesn't look like the hard part of the run. Because it turns out both final bosses are vulnerable to pepper spray. Go figure. So if you want to kill both final bosses, you do... Why is there a guy here? I mean, no enemy spawned in this room. You do pepper spray, you shoot them with the magnum a couple times, repeat. That might have been too early. Well, they still missed, I suppose, but... Will I get to the door in time? Yeah, I think so. That being said, it seems like there's still decent luck involved with the final boss strategy, because while you're doing your little like stun lock loop, you're also hoping that you crit with your magnum. Because you use the de toilette to immediately induce berserk, and then just start blasting with your magnum and hope to god you get like crit boosted berserk, like berserk crit boost. Words, they're hard. Fuck, I didn't mean to jump. And berserk crits do a fuck ton of damage. But if you don't get a crit, then it's looking sad. Are crits random in Parasite Eve 2? Yeah. Other points of that run seem challenging for, like, different... I'm gonna get hit again. I've always gotta be blasting that one. Asshole. You're an asshole. I was really hoping I'd make a door before he got to me, but he fucking zoomed across the room. Just to be a dick.
So that is unfortunate.
I've got that first dodge on point. It's the second one I'm a lot shakier on. This one. Especially when your dipshit character doesn't actually aim their gun correctly. Die. That's a bit scary. I'm gonna heal. Oh, they whiffed. Man. What? Open the door. Man, fuck. That heal was unnecessary, but again, if I ate a second hit, I felt like I was very likely to die. And that would have sucked, because it would have killed the run. Why is it most games' underwater sections are slow? Water is thicker than air. True, but like, so what, you know? I get auto-healed later? Yes. Like, the second I get out of that room, I'm auto-healed. That's why I was, like, trying to push it, because, like, the second you get out of that room, you're good. But I was like, I'm pretty sure if I ate one more hit, I was gonna die. And I was like, do I have time to hit the door? I don't know. A shame. Dude, my movement is bad. Send help. That's one point I could easily save time, was like, stop doing whatever that is. Unfortunate. Nothing I can really do about that. This PC version? No. It's currently the Punchy loses all of his life to bad RNG version. It's actually on the screen what version the game is. There we go. I mastered the art of holding right there. Open. Yeah, PS1 Japanese version, in particular. I mean, you can probably see you can probably see which language it's in, at least. The PC version's never worked for me. I'd be running the PC version if I could get the fucking thing to run properly, but I have never had any success with that. So I just started running the console version instead. Why is that dude blocking my way? What the f... Epic. That's not the right... What am I doing? I'm bad. Send help. Try going the right way. It will do wonders for you. How can one man have a 58 and still not really know where the hell he's going? I don't like that. Yeah, there's no path. No, I got through. Somehow I squeezed through. Shonky. Shonky business. Epic RNG, fucking god. I see the Ignitis Raiders come through. X said I have news. Do I? Oh, right. I see. I had to think about that for a moment. Yes. I will be doing Dino Crisis 2 for Ignitis' hotfix show in a week. I had to think about it for a moment. I was like, huh? What has he heard? What does he think I'm saying? That isn't the reason I started running it today, mind you. I meant to do Live Alive today and just didn't make my fucking notes properly. But yeah, Dino Crisis 2 for the hotfix. Practicing it. Getting some runs in now. Because every single time Ignitis puts me on for a hotfix show, I end up PBing in whatever game he puts me on for. that's like the thing that always happens. It's happened, I think, the past 5 times in a row. Look at that! He gained that cave was trash, too. I could save way more time on that. Yes, welcome everyone from Ignitis' stream. Hi, I am Punchy. I do many horror games. I feel like me and Ignitis have the exact same, like, raid streamer intro thing. 1200? That's a good counter. You want to get counter hits on this guy. The number of points you get off your counter is how strong your counter is. 900 is okay. 600 is kind of weak. I didn't get a point value on that, but that counter was absolutely meaty, so that probably did a lot of damage. 600 is middling. 1200 is good. 600 is middling. 1500 is mint. That was kind of a panic shot. 3000. Oh, this is looking great. I missed. That was really good. That 1500 was fucking juicy. And the 3K. That's what happens when it dies. That was the killing blow. I don't know how much damage that counter actually did. But it killed, and that's all that matters. I think the maximum you can get off a counter in terms of, like, the base damage is 1500 points. I think. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, doing a little Dino Crisis today. Yeah, I think it's 1500 is the max as well. I'm not totally sure. Sometimes you hit it, like, if you get the counter after you get hit, you still get the counter display, but no point bonus pops up. ここでは使うことできません! Is Live Alive a difficult run? You said I didn't do the notes properly. Well, I need notes to do any run. It doesn't really matter how hard it is. If I don't know what I'm doing, it's hard to do any run. But also, it's an RPG. You need notes. You think you can do an RPG raw? Bro. So long as RPG. It's not that long. I only want to do, like, the main 7 stories, and that's like an hour and a half. It's actually about the length of this run. Ow. He bit me in the bum. So you want to be good at speedrunning like me and Igdisis? I don't know if Igdisis does this, but you want to learn a lot of games and keep a lot of games in the back pocket. You want to do all kinds of things. Notes. Hey. What you need, friend, is notes. Lots of notes. Take many notes. Like, I have a Dropbox folder that contains nothing but notes. It's all notes, all of the time. It's nothing but text files. Sometimes there's images. That's it. It's all notes for various games. Do I have many notes for Trombone Champ? I made a spreadsheet for that. Because in order to adequately route... Like, once I had the routing down, I don't really need notes anymore, but in order to figure out what the route was, I needed to run calculations, so I made an Excel spreadsheet. Oi, text boxes! Fuck off! I don't care what the tank is. Notes. It's all about notes. Notes. That's what I'm about. That's the creed I preach to run a lot of games. It's all about notes. I got some notes for this game, but for the most part, I really only need, like, the puzzle, the code list. Once you practice a run enough, you start needing notes less and less, but if you want to learn a run to start with, taking a bunch of notes is a good place to start. Why? Warp speed from this bitch. Get the fuck out of here. I hate the way they can just suddenly close the distance and knock you away from your objective like that. DDR notes. Put your left foot out, but your right foot out and shake it all about. You say this like people do not take notes for DDR songs. They absolutely do. People will notate shit like combo 375 left foot up. which means at combo count that, start with your left foot on the up arrow. I'm thinking of Paranoia Revolution specifically, where if you start with the natural thing where the chart leads you to leave your right foot on up, but if you keep it there, you will completely fuck up the ending. You have to start the other way around. So while you're doing the hold, you have to, like, flip your body 180. It's all about study. Anything different for Giga turrets? I don't think so. Here's the thing, I don't really know what I'm doing. There's some mixture of, like, actual strats and, like, harebrained nonsense in here. I'm just making shit up. Sounds pretty legit. It's the most legit. No, I tried the parry. Are you using the ring controller for GDQ hotfix Antichrist run? No, of course not. I don't think Igdices has all day. You do not need notes for rhythm game runs, right? Well, it depends what the game is. Nice. I made notes for the theater rhythm run because I had to run a bunch of math to figure out what the route even was, and then I needed it to remind me what songs to pick and sometimes what quests to fail on purpose because it's actually faster to throw on purpose. I don't know, I like notes. Notes are good. I need my notes in order to do Live Alive, because otherwise I will forget what I'm doing. But luckily I can take that run very piecemeal. Forward to it whenever I actually finish doing it. The thing is, note-taking is time-consuming and, like, very boring, so I don't do it live. Also, the PC port, no one's done a run of anything on Live Alive on the PC port, and that actually introduces complications because of shit that's different. Like, there's one of the things that was wisdom on the Switch version is that for any puzzle involving text input, Japanese was faster because of less characters. But you can Control-C, Control-V in the PC port. So I don't actually think that's true anymore. I think language no longer matters as a function of that. But it might come down to the length of voiced lines. Hey, Hideo Kinesis. Welcome to the stream. I play the Dino game, apparently. I picked this game up like a couple of weeks ago, I think, as a run. Feasible, it's your copy from in-game text. No, you can Control-C and Control-V text from anything. So what you do is you Control-C the puzzle solution at the start of the run, and just have it on your clipboard for when you need it, so you don't actually have to type shit. I don't really know how that I don't really know why that worked, but it worked. Is speedrun hard for this? Not especially, I think. There is like complexities to it. But I don't think it's that hard to pick up. There's like a lot of health, it's relatively forgiving to like just complete a run. I missed. Even dying isn't that punishing. There's like a live system that you have, so even if you die, it's fine. Just movement. Movement is a big part of it, but there's also like, you gotta manage your combo in the early game to get enough points for Firewall. That's not too bad. But it's like another wrinkle you gotta keep in your brain. If copy-paste, can't you make a macro? I guess. But like, macros are generally banned in speedrunning, whereas like, you can't really ban copy-paste, you know? Not that it would make a huge difference. It also doesn't save like a massive amount of time. It saves enough because the robot chapter is very linear. Wow, no damage bonus. Is the JPN version of this game faster? Someone else asked. No, it's actually slower. The fastest version is American. But I'm running the JP version because the American retro market is a fucking disaster. Didn't know that. Why is the American one faster? At various points in the game, you receive an objective, and the Japanese version will go, mission data has been updated, and then show you your objective, and then show you the map. The American version cuts those scenes completely. They are gone. They don't happen. So over the course of the run, I'd say the Japanese version loses, like, maybe about 30 seconds, maybe 40, I don't know. It's like, it's not a small amount, relatively speaking. But I don't have the American version, and I am unwilling to buy it. Because it costs, like, too much money. My girl vitality is low. She's fine. Don't worry about it. That might have looked scary, but it was fine. I promise. You have UK version. The PAL version is about as good for running as the Japanese version, for what it's worth. I think. Don't quote me on that, I think. I think it's just the American version that has an advantage. Ouch, my face. Get out of the way! I love how in the late game, you shoot dinosaurs, and they just stare at you. Like I fucking, like, bumped them on the shoulder in a crowd. You suppose it has less stuttering? Well, it's not stuttering. Well, it is a kind of stutter. Whenever you cross a screen boundary, the game has to load in the next image. Right? Whereas on PC, the loading is basically instant. So it's imperceptible. Well, that and I don't really think it has to load. Shit, I think it's all in memory. Whereas PS1, disc-based console, you know? So PC is faster. If you can get the PC port to work for you, PC version is faster, but I cannot get the PC version to work. I have struggled. So I gave up and just started running console JPN instead. I know, it puts me at a disadvantage, and it's not even the fastest version, but it was this or don't run the fucking game. I caved. I just decided, well, good enough. Good enough. We'll go with this. Looking good. Right, final boss. And this guy can absolutely be a dick. Gun.
Damage confirmed at oversized transport area. Immediate shutdown. Communication line is now connected.
Ow. Oh, bro is raging. Nah, that's bad RNG.
Target is set.
Yeah, so one of the cool things that they did when designing this boss is gave it a 5-hit combo that you can't do anything about. That it might do multiple times for no reason. This isn't really a fight, it's just kind of a hope he doesn't harass you simulator. Like that. Fight implies, like, gameplay. Like, you know, there's like a back and forth. That was bad. Nothing you can do about it. It's a garbage boss fight. Jeez, that combo. There's nothing you can do about it. It's too long to iframe through with successful parries. Shooting him won't knock him out of it. He doesn't react. It's just bad. It's just bad game. I don't know what to tell you. They didn't make it good. I still think I PB, though. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. I don't think it was that bad, anyway.
It's okay.
I didn't bleed my entire lead. But yeah, garbage boss fight.
Regina.
Bad game.
Are you alright?
Yeah, we don't have much time left. Let's
Yeah,
use
there's
this
there's
to
nothing
get
else to
out.
it. It's just how many heal packs you've got, you know? That's the only strategy to it. Sometimes it's just going to steal, like, 2 life bars off you, and the check is, did you bring 2 med packs into the fight? There's nothing more complicated to it than that. It's just it's kind of a garbage boss fight.
No! No!
No!
Still a PB. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I lost 10 seconds, but that's not that bad.
Dylan, what are we doing?
I might get sub 58
If
off
we
that.
don't go now, we'll never get back.
Regina, the gate is open. I know you don't want
GG.
to, but you have to
GG,
look out for
GG.
yourself.
Well, we gotta wait to the end of the credits to see the end results time.
Are you crazy?
Just go, please.
But I'm pretty sure that PBs. I don't see how you don't with minus 36, you know?
When you get back to our original time, use the data to learn about third energy.
It's happening again, Ignisus. I'm about to PB in a game just after you put me on the hotfix. It's happening again, dude. I didn't really plan on doing this a second time either. I was gonna do Live Alive instead.
Don't forget, you still owe me one.
Well then, you better get back quick.
Ignisus's hotfix blesses me with good luck every time. Like, that was a pretty good run, honestly. Elevator code RNG was middling. I keep losing time on the underwater bit. I gotta figure that out. You can do sub 51 minutes. On console? Hell no. I think the record's like a 54. And that's how Dino Crisis 2 ends, by the way. They both die! Lumao! Alright, the credits take... Ugh. So I'm looking at the ad manager. It's gonna run an ad in 5 minutes, and that's about when the results screen comes up. So I'm gonna run the ad now, so that it ends before the results screen does. Apologies in advance for this. I don't know, like... Sorry for whatever Marvel garbage I'm about to put in your fucking eyeballs. Click. Tell me to stay. I just drunk. I just hydrated. Is that a paintbrush? No, it's chicory. It's chicory plushie. I mean, it's actually pizza. The paintbrush is here. It's actually magnetic, but it's not that magnetic. Okay, maybe it is that magnetic. Ah! Fell on my keyboard. Shit. Little paintbrush. This looks probably like the most blinding white because of the lights I've got set up. Gaze upon ye, ye mighty. You cannot comprehend the true form of Paint Dog. Fabric markers for pizza? I have fabric markers. Let me just knock everything on my desk in the process of picking up the markers. Fucking hell. There's not even that much on here. There's like a glass and a plate. I swear to God I'm not that messy. I got markers. It came with it. It came with the plushie. I could draw on them if I wanted to. I don't want to draw though. What am I gonna draw on pizza? You can see the room behind me, right? You can see exactly how messy I am. You can't see shit! What do you mean? What, because there's a wash bin in the corner? That's for the things to go into! 57, 57. Smashing gameplay.